There are moments in life when the smallest decisions define the greatest of men. He was known by no name in that part of the city, just another face beneath a hoodie, hunched on cold pavement, blending into the rhythm of footsteps that passed him without a glance. Each night was a battle against the wind, and each morning began with the same aching hope that someone might see him just once as more than a shadow. But life rarely grants such wishes to those it's already bruised. One afternoon, when the clouds hung heavy and the city moved a little slower under the threat of rain, he noticed it. A wallet, black leather, slightly worn, lying on the bench beside a coffee cup still steaming. Someone had forgotten it, left it behind like a careless thought. He picked it up cautiously. Inside, crisp $100 bills, a driver's license, a family photo, and a business card. The cash was more than he'd seen in months. A meal, a room, maybe even a second chance. He stared at it for a long time. He could already feel the warmth of a full belly, the dryness of clean clothes, the sweetness of sleep on a bed. It was right there. It would have been so easy. But then he looked at the photo again. A little girl, missing a front tooth, held up by a man with a tired but proud smile. A father, someone's father. And behind the weariness in the man's eyes was something familiar, something that mirrored his own story. Not a man who had it all, but a man who was trying, fighting, just like he once did. His fingers trembled. He stood up, walked 2 miles in the opposite direction of everything he needed, and stopped at the glass doors of an office tower. Security looked at him like a question mark, but the name on the business card matched the name on the building directory. A receptionist glanced up. "Can I help you?" He held up the wallet. "This belongs to someone important." They stared at him, unsure, but within minutes, a man came rushing from the elevators, disheveled, panic written across his face, breath caught in his throat. When he saw the wallet, his eyes widened. When he saw the man holding it, soaked, shivering, unsure, his expression shifted. You brought it back?" The homeless man only nodded. "It looked like you needed it." There was a silence between them, the kind that weighs heavier than words. And in that silence, the stranger did something unexpected. He hugged him. Not a pat on the back hug, a real one human to another. And in that moment, the homeless man wasn't invisible. He wasn't nameless. He wasn't less than. He was seen. The businessman took the wallet, but left something behind, a promise that he would not forget, that this act of honesty would be returned with dignity. And he kept that promise. The next morning, the homeless man didn't wake up to cold concrete. He woke up in a small room with clean sheets and hot coffee. A second chance, paid for by a stranger he could have stolen from, but chose not to. And from that second chance grew a third and a fourth, a job, a name, a purpose, all because in a world obsessed with taking, he chose to give. Sometimes it's not wealth or power that changes a life. It's a single decision made in silence when no one is watching. And maybe the true measure of a man is who he chooses to be when he has nothing left to lose.